I've been listening to the theme song for a bit now, just in the menu. It's kind of growing on me. And I think the main reason for that is that the rest of the music in the game is it doesn't have any soul to it, right? Like this is the only thing that sticks out so far. Maybe some of the battle music does. I probably like hum it involuntarily at parts, but this thing kind of sticks with you. Yeah, let's get back to it. I think we are just outside the linguist's home. Let me see. So this is Finam the linguist's home. Okay, Finam the linguist. I don't think we have heard anyone mention this place. Did any Clerksward citizens mention this place? I don't think this is a place of interest, which kind of makes me wonder if this is an important place, because usually we get the most curious revelations from places that we least expect, right? So let's go in. Oh, we should have talked to people outside, but they are inside now. No, it is not here. Where is that book? Finam the linguist is looking for one of his books. Okay, let's see. Dakon or whole party is here. Jesus Christ, what a curious bunch of people. Finam the linguist is not here. I mean, I really like them, obviously, at this point. It's like our personal little gang of a little mafia here.
All right.
Oh, look. There's a body being dissected. Why is a linguist dissecting bodies? Is that a body? Or is it just dinner? Is it just dinner that? I don't... Felt for a moment like it's a... These are rib cages. These are like bones of arms. Okay, we can interact with this. We can check what this is. Let's quick save and do that first. Just to get some info on what this person might be. Handkerchief. Okay, I'm gonna take that. This is an unremarkable silk handkerchief. It could be a portal key. Okay, this is closed. Or this is locked. We can ask Anna to give it a try.
Might as well.
Nice. Oh, gold bracelet. Okay. So you'll be looking for that later, Mr. Finam. Okay. Sorry. I accidentally paused again. Let's talk to Finam. The short, scholarly man, a tight, nervous frown on his face, looks you up and down. Greetings, I am Finam. I must beg your pardon, sir, but I care little for guests, invited or otherwise. So, unless you have business with me, I would ask you to leave. I did have some questions, so is that business? I would have you know that I am a scholar and a linguist, sir. While I shall happily entertain any questions regarding my field of study, language and the like, I can be of no help to you in other matters. Okay, he might be part of another side quest chain somewhere. We can come back and talk to him later. All of these homes have been so well designed, like the advocate's home as well as Finam's home. We don't have anything to describe what's being here, what's set here. I wish there was a description for what this table is and how it's laid out and stuff like that. Like all of this look really curious, right? What is that a toilet? Usually we don't have toilets in RPGs, right? I wonder what this is. Is this a furnace? I don't know what this is. It's they put some effort into designing. Look at this. What is this? I wish we got some more descriptions of what this place is. Okay, we'll leave Finam's house. We'll come back here later when we get some quests for him. Clerksward Thug boss. You'll pike off quick if you know what's good for you. Get out of here. We haven't allowed Ignis to stretch his combat skills yet. Look at him. And he's losing his mind traveling with our companions at this point. We are so passive. Oh my god, Shadow is coming. So let's try to... I think we have a bunch of spells that we can use, right? We use this Vampiric Touch. The spell steals life from the target and transfers it to you. When player touches a non-undead creature, he drains 1 to 6 HP from the target for every 2 wizard levels he has. 2 to 12 HP for level 4. The damage that he drains is then transferred to the caster and added to their total HP. Any HP over the normal maximum is treated as temporary hit points, which will be lost after 1 hour if not used beforehand. If not used beforehand, absorbing damage. That's fine. Remove curse. We have 2 remove curse. I don't know why we have 2 remove curse. Fronts. Caster. How long will it last? 5 to 20 seconds plus 5 seconds per level. Okay. Let's use magic missile. Or maybe let's wait. Let's wait till he comes near us. Oh, he has a new skill. Let's see what this is. Calmo, 50 feet. Duration instant. It affects 1 creature. Mort can summon an avalanche of his friends from the bones of night to come and take a bite out of a target. Magic resistance does not affect this ability. The target gets no saving throw against this effect. The skulls do 1 to 4 hit points of normal piercing damage per Mort's level. Mort can only use this ability once per day. Wow. Okay. So how many avalanche of his friends? So we don't know how many will come. There'll be a bunch of them. This sounds like a good skill, and it's also curious that this is related to Bones of Night. So irrespective of Mort's level, we might gain this skill whenever we pass that point in the story, which is cool. I wonder how or when we gain this story. Sorry, this not story. This skill. I wonder when we got that. I initially thought that we might have gotten it when we leveled up, but it might be the case that we gained it after a specific point in the story. Something to do with bones somewhere or skeletons.
I hear your words.
Select spell. He has not got anything new. Anna is kind of the useless one at this point. Maybe she's useful for like specific things. Maybe she has high damage. Ignis Terror, Infernal Orb, 1 creature, cast against attack roll, Orb does inflicts -1 penalty. Okay. Let's just use our
Blathering idiot.
it's not working though. Yeah. Everyone attack him. Yeah, if we feel like I feel like we don't have to use any spells for that. It's enough damage from everyone. Yeah, it's Dakon who killed the shadow. 20 slashing damage. Dakon is a glass cannon type of character, I think. Okay, let's talk to Cleric Sword Thug. We haven't talked to any thugs here yet. This angry-looking young man appears less thug and more like someone who's trying to look like one. Oh, okay. He smirks at you as you approach him. Pike of Ibark, you can speak to the higher blood, but I'm not chanting with you. Alright, farewell. Okay. This angry-looking man, same thing. Okay, maybe the thug boss is more chatty.
The sweet smell of sensates and governors.
Sweet smell of sensate and governors. This young but well-muscled thug, which is in quotes, while certainly well-armed and large enough to be dangerous, seems awfully clean for a typical street tough. He's carrying a massive axe in one hand and a steel box in the other. As you near him, he puffs up and scowls at you. What are you looking at, sword? Pike off before I scrag you. I have to scrag you. As you near him, he puffs up and scowls at you. They're pretending to be thugs. They're like new to the profession, maybe. Scrag? 9 planes of barter are you talking about? Hey, idiot. Scrag, snagged, nipped, yanked by the hardheads, a clueless addle-code Burke. I have to scrag you. Scrag, snagged, nicked, yanked by the hardheads. Is Scrag a person? He glares daggers at Anna but says nothing. You do seem like a little well-groomed for a thug. Stop shaking your bone box, Leatherhead. This is my territory and you'll be leaving it quick if you don't want my bloods to tear you apart. Bloods. Yes, all this thug slang that he's trying to use. Nana called him out. Is that what happened? He's trying to use all of these words and Anna is like, what are you even talking about? This is like all... This is all news. Anna snickers, shaking her head. Rattle a sword. Rattling a bone box it is. I'd so like to see how long you'd last. Dropped smack in the middle of the hive, acting as you are. Anna turns to you. Come on, let's be off. No use wasting our time with this V-stemmed basher would be. Oh my god, his face flushes angrily as he gnashes his teeth in frustration. That's it, you are piking asked for it. Get him, Bloods. He raises the axe and leaps to attack. Oh god, Anna got us into a fight. Alright. There are a bunch of thugs. I think only one of them is aggroed. The other two are kind of not observing something else over here. Let's try to attack the thug boss. Whoa, Jesus Christ, 13 damage. Alright. Was that a critical hit? Just trying to see who hit us for 13 damage. It's just a normal hit. It takes 13 damage. Let's try to get him off Nameless one fast. Alright, that's good. Let's also use some spells. Let's use... Blindness is not an AoE spell, right? This is for one creature. Okay, done. Maybe let's use blindness on one of the side ones.
I will hear you.
And let's use... He has an AoE 70 feet radius. Okay, let's use this.
Ready.
Let's use Ignis Terror Seeking Flames. Alright, let's use this to... Alright. Now, let's use some of the damage spells.
Balance in all things.
Reign of Anger.
I'm here.
Not sure if doing this at anyone... We can pickpocket them. I guess during combat, does it even make sense? Wow, look at that. Dakon had 3 instances of damage. Nameless one had 4 instances. I guess that's a magic missile taking effect.
What do you wish of Ignis?
Seeking Flames. Tongue of Flames. Is it just a normal DPS spell, right? Near death, barely injured, uninjured, uninjured. Right, let's target the barely injured one with the tongues of flame.
What?
Right. Ignis' spell has been disrupted. Who is attacking Ignis? Okay, Ignis is being attacked by other people.
What is thy bidding? Yes, my master.
What's up, Chief?
He's still calling us master
I'm
though.
gonna slam my eyeballs against you one more second, I'm gonna puke. What's the word, Chief? And has.
Samartha will AC2 against all attacks and +1 to saving throw for 12 seconds level of caster. That's fine. Everyone except Nameless one has an armor class greater than smaller than 2, I think. Except maybe Ignis. Okay. So this is useless for these 3. And against for Ignis it isn't that useful either. So it really reduces by 1. And Nameless one is not tanking right now. It's only more to his tanking. So not sure if this spell would be useful.
In enduring, grow strong.
+1 saving throw is useful, obviously.
What do you want to know?
I hear your words.
Thug boss is still not dead. Jesus Christ, Thug boss. Come on.
Damn.
Getting Ignis dealt with. No, Ignis is standing there, I think. We just moved him out of damage range. Seeking Flames. No, wait. Seeking Flames is. It's again a debuff. Doesn't do any damage.
I will hear you.
Ignis Terror. It's also just an effect. Okay, this is something that we can throw at people. This it only has a single instance of damage. It doesn't like level up with caster level. It just has 1 to 6 points of damage just once, and then there's a bunch of buffs and debuffs. There's a bonus to hit. We have to attack again after casting this, maybe. Alright, now we can attack, right? Alright. Maybe something we can try now is just to have a blood bridge with Mort, since Mort doesn't heal. At least we could heal Mort for a little bit. Alright. We can check if we have something to loot. Oh wow, okay. We have a bunch of stuff to loot. There's a steel box. Okay. Bronze ring. Let's
in all
let
things.
What's up?
Your reasons
back on.
for your incessant clicking are not known to me.
Wow. Look at that. That's a new dialogue. Your reasons for your incessant clicking are not known to be.
Aye?
That's a fourth wall breaking moment right there.
Yeah?
Alright, let's get all the money. Give the battle axe to Mort. And steel box is something that we'll carry. We'll check what that is right now. Let's close the quick loot. And let's open our inventory to see what this is. This sturdy steel box has a thick leather handle. Wow. On the top, but there's no apparent way to open the thing. It appears to be welded shut. There are a number of very narrow slits. Okay. Along one side, though you can't quite see into the box through them. A sickly sweet rotting smell wafts out from the slits. Okay. Let's save and talk to the item. Also, let's stack these bandages. Forgot where we got this from. Oh, this is an eye. Did we get it from Farod's little library, hidden library? I'm not sure. What does this eyeball do? Okay. This has a reduction against crushing attacks, but a gain against missile attacks. Maybe worth it to use this. Taco 1. 10% detect traps. We aren't really detecting many, trying to detect many traps, right? But that +1 to Taco may be useful. So maybe we'll just equip it. Keep this eye here. Bandages here. Yeah, we have a whole new inventory where we can store things. So that's also nice. Depredations of strongly chaotic creatures. Doesn't it make sense that Dakon wears this? Yeah. So chaotic creatures, depredations. I don't know what depredations means. Let me just quickly check what depredations means. Temptations. A destructive action, an act of plundering and pillaging and marauding. So let's just equip that to Dakon. Light. I think we are looking good. Bronze spear. Art charm. Blood charm. Yeah. Oh, this can be used against shadows, right? You could have tried this at some point, maybe. Right. All bracelets. Let's give this to Dakon. Lord charm, heart charm, blood charm. All right. Sorry, where were we? We're going to save and then try to interact with the box. With the steel box. Let's see. This sturdy steel box has a thick leather handle, slits. As you examine the container more closely, it shifts slightly in your hands. As you examine the container more closely, it shifts slightly in your hands. Something moved inside it. There's a man's voice from within. Oh, there. Is somebody there by chance? My name is Mertwin. Anyone? Hail? Yes. Greetings. Thank the powers. Have you seen my body perchance? It's hard to miss. Stumbles about with a silly wooden head on its shoulders. He must have worn his feet down to stubs, looking for me by now. No, I don't think so. Oh dear. Well, that would have been a bit too much to hope for, eh? In any case, it's probably shambling about the Civic Festival in the northeastern corner of the Clerk's Ward. Could I, by any chance, persuade you to take me there, good sir? What's in it for me? My gratitude? That'll do. I'll take you back.
Updated my journal.
How splendid. I thank you kindly then, sir. If you don't mind, now we'll hold off speaking any further until I'm with my body again. Alright, farewell. This is interesting. Pull on my invisible rope. Performance artist. I'm amazed that he is continuing his performance. Again, another shadow is coming to attack us. Let's see if Anna can use this on shadow. Alright. Right. I am not sure if it worked or not, but it looked like it was staying passively for a second there. So maybe the negative token worked.
Done.
We don't know. So we have a performance artist here, just outside. And we have a stairs here. So let's go up the stairs and see what this place is. This is a curiosity shop. This really is a large place to explore. Oh wait, wow. We can go around the building. A curious looking building, to say the least. Oh, there's a tent here. A curious looking building, to say the least. Okay, let's quickly go into this little nook here and see if there's anything here.
Done.
Lazy scribe. The man gives a sheepish smile and half bow at your approach. For a moment, I thought you were one of my employer's men when you walked in. Was I ever relieved to see you were not? He is lazy. Why are you here? I could not stand my work at the record sub-hall 7 for another moment, so I darted off. Had I simply gone home, my employer would have sent a messenger. That tyrant. That is why I am hiding here, of course. I intend to lounge about for a bit longer before returning to my cramped little desk. Okay. Good luck with that. I hope you don't mind checking the things here then. This isn't your home, presumably. Alright. Oh, sorry. Jesus Christ. Alright. What is that? Exit. Alright. Right. Okay, so let's head into the curiosity shop. Or okay, maybe just talk to the performance artist first and then go inside the curiosity shop. I wonder if they have different dialogue. This gentleman is closely watching some sort of performance artist, a confused expression upon his face. Greetings. The man turns to you, but the performance artist still holds most of his attention. Odd, no? Poor fellow. What's going on? Well, you see, that man is a performance artist. His act consists of several silent impersonations, both of physical actions, pulling on a rope, being trapped in an invisible box. Okay, it consists of silent impersonation, both of physical actions and of passerby. So physical actions include things like pulling a rope and being trapped in an invisible box. He happened to mock a passing mage's unusual walk and now seems to be cursed. He actually is trapped in an invisible box now and cannot speak. Ironic, no? A bit, yes. Add some questions. He continues to watch the silent black-garbed man shaking his head in response to you. Not now, sir. Please, farewell. He's actually trapped in an invisible box now, cannot speak. He continues to watch the silent black-garbed man shaking his head in response to you. Not now, sir. Please, farewell. He's so taken, like he's so interested in this this event that has occurred. Just a few questions? Really, sir? Come on now. I'm sure there are many people whom we can speak with rather than me. Leave me to watch this in peace, will you? Yeah, I'm so invested in this. Kirksword citizen. This young woman, observing some sort of performance artist, looks somewhat puzzled. She turns your way as you draw near. Greetings. I've never seen anything quite like it. I find his act annoying, yet oddly interesting at the same time. What's going on? I'm not certain I understand it myself. The man's act involved all sorts of impersonations and physical comedy, but he never spoke a word. Earlier, a passing mage walked by, and the artist mimicked his unusual gait. The mage's anger crushed him. I think the man is no longer speak and seems trapped in the same invisible box he earlier pretended to be confined within. He was quite panicked at first, but seems to have calmed himself and continues with this act. Wow. That's some determination. She continues to watch the man who appears to be trapped in an invisible box or cage. Another time, sir. Please leave me be for the moment. Just a few questions. The one shoots you an annoyed glance. Despite what you think, sir, I don't care to be harassed on the street by a stranger's questions. Now leave me be. Right. What about this person here? It is the same dialogue. Alright. So let's talk to performance artist. This man's face has been painted white. A pair of arched eyebrows has been penciled onto his brow, and red powder has been used to make small circles on his cheeks and accentuate his lips. He says something, but you can't hear him. His hands are pressed up against what looks to be an invisible wall. What? I can't hear you. He hangs his head, sighs soundlessly, and shrugs. He then steps back a bit, waves farewell to you, and begins to pantomime various actions, pulling on a rope, walking down stairs, and so on. See if you can touch him. You reach out to touch the man, but your hand is stayed by some unseen force. The performance artist appears to be trapped in some sort of an invisible box or cage. Ew. Okay. Let's leave him be. Just another day in the clerk's ward. Oh wait, could have talked to the cafe patrons. Alright, curiosity shop. How would this be different from the art gallery? Should just be more diverse in the kind of stuff that we discover here. Hurried up a bit, standish. I can't see a lazy servant, etc. Careful with that standish or I'll beat you sensitive. Yes, Mr. Vrischika. Oh, is this an importer? This is a person to whom we can sell off our party members. Clerks or citizen walking in, carefree. Please, sir, I have things to do. I would appreciate your leaving me be if you would be so kind. It's this man, alright. Mr. Vrischika. Careful that sandwich or I'll beat you senseless. If we can antagonize this person, we will. but because she seems to be bossing this servant or this employee in like ruthless manner. So we'll see if we can annoy her. Don't forget to dust there. Wow, what a boss. Alright, Standish. Standish, this downtrodden little man scurries about the curiosity shop, dusting, cataloging, and moving things about for the place's proprietress. You notice he smells faintly of onions. He glances up at you nervously as you approach him. Please, sir, I cannot speak with you. I have work to do, and my mistress simply won't allow it. I just had a few questions. I'm sorry, sir, but I can't. Please leave me be before my mistress notices me talking to you. Your mistress? The little man nods. Yes, Mistress Vrischika. I am Standish, her servant, her slave. I committed a crime and was sentenced to slavery, then purchased in the lower ward. Isn't the lower ward? Did we meet Trist in the lower ward? I think it was in the lower ward, right? Yeah. So that's where people are being sold as indentured laborers, not slaves. No, please, sorry, lower ward. Like many of her slaves, most of whom she keeps at her manor. Okay, we are definitely we'll try our best to make this person's life miserable if we can. Now, please, I beg of you, leave me be, or she'll become angered and beat me unmercifully. All right, farewell, Standish. We'll see if we can do something for you. Clerk Sword Citizen. A set of unusual forge tools. Oh my god, her dialogue is distracting me so much. A set of unusual forge tools. Though their handles look to be made of carved bone, they are heavier than iron. Set of unusual forge tools. Though their handles look to be made of carved bone, they are heavier than iron. Alright. Shelves full of mugs, plates, books, decanters, candle holders, and other bric-a-brac. Most of the strange metals or minerals, and many of the books appear to be bound in flesh. Bound in flesh? I don't think that'll hold too well if you're binding this in flesh. Maybe skin would work better, but binding this in flesh? It is strange indeed. Alright, let's see this. An empty book holder holding a set of invisible books. Okay. Okay, I think we should let the rest of the party stand here while Nameless One explores, because it's becoming difficult to see what's around us. It's just for you, like practicality. We want to keep them around, obviously, but game is making it difficult. 3 orbs which resemble nothing as much as large colored pearls. Nothing so much as large colored pearls. They tremble slightly at your touch and give off a faint warmth. 3 orbs. 3 orbs. Alright. Yeah, we can see the 3 orbs. Several very large teeth. A dozen smaller ones lie stacked on the shelf above them. Large teeth stacked above them. These are all accurate. The depictions are very accurate, like descriptions and depictions. A massive battle standard. It looks to be made of some scaled creature's hide. Its site. Give me a moment. Alright, we were. Sorry, I was away for a bit. Yeah, we'll look at the rest of the items here. Bones. All of them are depicted like as per the description, or the descriptions are accurate to the depiction. But yeah, let's see. A massive battle standard. It looks to be made of some scaled creature's hide. Its side stirs up faint memories. You may not have seen this particular one before, but others like it perhaps. We have been using battle stands. What is a battle standard though? It's the thing that people strike with a big like bone or like a hammer while the battle starts, so that everyone's aware. Is that this thing? We have started many battles, maybe. Shelves full of mugs, plates, most are strange metals or minerals. Many of the books appear to be minerals, and many of the books appear to be bound in flesh. Okay, it's only the books that are bound in flesh, which is a bit more palatable. Like all these other knickknacks, binding them in flesh sounded really odd. It's only the books that are bound in flesh. That's fine. These swords are beautiful, but with delicate engravings and inscriptions. They are merely decorative, however unsuitable for use in combat. Shells full of mugs, same thing again. Right, I think that's all that's there. And Clerk Sword Citizen is just standing around. He won't talk to us because he's too busy. She's ordering him around. She's a curious looking person. She's completely blue in color except for her clothes and her hair. In Standish is tirelessly working, dusting, doing whatever she's saying. You know, honestly, like if we don't have a quest line which will end up killing her, we might come back here before we finish the game and kill her ourselves. I'll probably do that. She's number 1 on our list. But let's talk to her. You cannot initiate dialogue. Vrischika appears busy. Okay, that is an odd interaction, but we can talk to her. The sharp-featured woman's appearance is attractive, though somewhat disturbing. Her blue-black skin and bright yellow eyes, as somewhat disturbing with her blue-black skin and bright yellow eyes. As she examines you, a small pair of bat-like wings unfold from her back. Then she seems to settle back into her skin. Well, a floating, disembodied, prevaricating skull. I don't know what prevaricating means. Again, let me check. Prevaricate. Be deliberately ambiguous or unclear in order to mislead or withhold information. Deliberately ambiguous or unclear. Prevaricate. I don't know how to pronounce it. And you know, in dictionaries you have that little thing underneath which shows how it's pronounced, right? I think that's called phonetics, right? Yeah, the dictionary has that, but I don't know how to read it. So it's just a bunch of like English alphabets and like hyphens and commas. I can try to like kind of read it, but I don't know technically how it should sound, even though it's given right there. Prevaricate. That's a nice word. Like he's being deliberately disembodied prevaricating skull. That's a very specific thing to accuse, right? Accuse or like point out. Prevaricating skull. The skull mort may be hiding more than what he's presenting. That's what prevaricating means, right? Deliberately ambiguous or unclear. In order to mislead or withhold information, Mort might have even more secrets. He was slightly hesitant when we pursued the line of questioning about why he withheld that information. But like on the face of it, it felt like we could trust him. Like even though he was withholding information, it didn't seem like something malicious was like the underlying reason. It was probably because maybe it was something uncomfortable to him or something dangerous to reveal, but not for us, probably. I don't think he's like a ill-intending person, right? Mort. Anyway, yeah, I also wouldn't assume that she could just glance at Mort and like immediately understand that he's hiding so much. She narrows her eyes. You're the scarred man who has been going around asking all the questions. She looks you up and down. You sure look lost. Did you want to come in, really? Or are you just casing the place because you have nothing better to do? Because Vrischika, she indicates herself, can help you. You sure you look socks? And I think maybe she's just showing her interest in Mort here. Like we know that we can sell companions to Vrischika, right? At least it was implied that Vrischika might be the person to talk to if you want to sell companions by the book of pestilential thought, which we still have in our possession. We probably won't be using that in this playthrough, but yeah. And maybe Vrischika is like slowly like slaving. I think slaving is the word, where you're like lustfully looking at something. I'll have to check that, but I don't think that's the right pronunciation at least. Yeah, she's just checking out the skull. She's kind of interested, maybe. Well, yeah. How can you help me? I travel and trade extensively. I hear a great deal. I purchase a great deal, and I own a great deal. Perhaps I can make you a great deal. Oh, that's a nice twist of the usage of the word great deal. Is there anything that you desire? Only answers some questions. Perhaps. What are you selling? Would you care to examine the weapons and charms? Or some of my more exotic acquisitions? First I'll... Okay, let me just do a quick save. This can go for quite a bit, I think. Vrischika gives a quick half bow. Welcome back. Here to buy something? Yes, I am. I'll look at your weapons and charms first. Tears of salary day. We have that one. Oh, we didn't. I think we sold it. We sold it in annoyance because that has been sitting there and we kind of didn't have anyone who can use this. Can only be used by lawful good characters, which we don't have any lawful good. We have one lawful character, but he's not good. He's neutral. Charm of Infinite Recall, Divine Sensor, Angleless Eyes, Scroll of Cloud Kill, Level 5 Wizard, range 100 feet, area effect 50 into 50 feet cloud. Clouds of death steam forth from the caster and send those not strong enough on a free journey to their deserved plane of rust. A billowing cloud of toxic vapors are created that is so deadly that it will slay any creature within fewer than 4+1 HD. I don't know what HD is. Some unit. A billowing cloud of toxic vapor. Okay. It will slay. What do you mean slay? Cause creatures within 4+1 to 5+1 HD to roll saving throws versus poison at -4 penalties to be slain, and creatures up to 6D to roll unmodified saving throws versus poison or be slain. Those above 6 HD suffer 1 to 10 points. This is an insanely powerful spell, right? Like by slain, I mean they'll just die, or they'll just get poisoned and like they'll tick down and die. I don't know what this means. And HD, I don't know what that unit is. Some distance, H distance, I don't know. We'll have to see. This looks like a good purchase. It's a high value purchase, but it might be nice. -1 to intelligence, -2 wisdom. I think we saw one of this earlier, and Anna could equip it maybe. I think Heart of the Fosterer. Minor artifact summons the Sohmian. Page 1. Usable only by evil and neutral characters. I think we are all neutral here. I think our entire party is neutral, right? Even Ignis is neutral, I think. It's very odd. The strange object is said to be the heart of the Fosterer. According to legend, the Fosterer was a sorcerer who built his empire upon the plain of Shale many centuries ago. He was rumored to have 3,333 hearts. Each of them carried in it a different evil he had committed in his lifetime. One of the evils he committed was a discovery of how to summon the Sohmian and bind them to his will. It is said that the Fosterer was carried away by these beasts after he invoked them against some ancient foe, leaving only his hearts behind. According to planar scholars, the Sohmian are fiendish horses. They are said to have been born from the blood of the last of the Nightmare Lords. They are not so much flesh and blood as an abstract substance. They come to anyone who seek revenge and bind themselves to them. They were born from a great treachery at the gloom meet, the time when the fiends gather to speak to the others of their kind. The nightmares ride the skies to gather the fiends to this meeting, acting as messengers. While the fiends saw the nightmares are helpful, the nightmares ride the skies to gather the fiends to this meeting, acting as messengers. While the fiends saw nightmares are helpful, convenient allies, they had grown tired of battering with the last of the Nightmare Lords for his consent to use them. Bartering with the last of the... So the fiends called a gloom meet only for the purpose of... Holy shit, this is a huge paragraph. Okay, we'll just quickly go through it. Planar scholars. Okay. So the fiends called a gloom meet only for the purpose of killing. They lured Nightmare Lord there to kill him, and when he arrived, the fiends set upon him. He besieged other nightmares for aid, but they only watched, their eyes aflame as their lord was attacked. That is treachery. The fiend tried to put him in the dead book, but they scattered the earth with caltrops covered with the foulest poison in the hells. There is no but. The fiends tried to put him in the dead book. They scattered the earth with caltrops covered with the foulest poison in the hells. hurled barbed cold iron spears in a league wide onto him, and when he tried to take to the air to escape, they turned the sky alight with magic, blinding his eyes wide. They struck him with everything in their hateful arsenal, but no matter what they struck him with, he was too proud to die. They hounded him to the edge of the outlands, firing their cruel arrows and spears into him until he staggered into the hinterland's mist and died there, or so it is said. It said that the Nightmare Lord stumbled into the mists of hinterlands. His dark blood left a steaming trail across the landscape. Wherever his blood fell, the outland itself cried out, wailing like a banshee, uttering the cries the Nightmare Lord would not. Less than a year later, the Sohmen rode from the hinterlands, seeking out any nightmares and fiends where they could find them. Their cries were the same as had risen from the blood wounds on the outlands, and their minds were focused solely on revenge. It is said that gripping the heart of Sohmian and wishing harm upon another will cause them to appear. The Sohmian will answer the user's call, then fade into the mist from which they came. Sohmian and fiendish horses said to have born from the blood of the last of the Nightmare Lords. They're not so much so flesh and blood as an abstract given substance. Right. We'll hold off on getting this. Maybe it has a specific use. Maybe it is a side quest item. I don't know if it's just an item that is. I'll just let us gain something. And I also don't remember. I think I read it in the guide, the official guide, maybe how steel works. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if we can switch to Anna, bump up her thieving skills with some like items and like spells, and then try to steal it off him. It might be a good catch if we can steal it, but maybe depending on the cost of the item, it's more difficult to steal. Ashes of Babylon. Oh lord, is it another? No. Okay, it's smaller. These ashes are all that remains of a school of illusionists called the Babylon. According to their expedition logs, they traveled to the plane of Shale in search of the lost works of the Fosterer, a powerful sorcerer who once ruled an empire where the plane of Shale now lies. Lost works. The knave illusionists were successful, and they stumbled across one of his lost works, a hive of vicious creatures called Trellons. The remains of the mages were found days later by two barrier scouts and were burned over a pyre as a symbol of their folly. To unlock the power of these ashes, one only needs to stir them with the index finger of the left hand, then sprinkle a pinch of the ashes into the air in a circular pattern. The smell of the remains of these dead mages is said to cause a Trellon to appear to serve the user. No one knows where the Trellons originated from, but they seem to combine the worst characteristics of demons and insects. They seem to bear an insane hatred for mages, but the reason for this is unknown. Okay. Lens of Inherent Viciousness. +2 to damage, +2 to missile weapons. Taco +2 to missile weapons. Usable only by Modrons. I don't know what a Modron is. This snap-on magnifying lens somehow seems inherently vicious to you. You can't really explain why this is. You have a strange feeling it's looking at you sometimes, sizing you up. I don't know what a Modron is, so I'll hold off on purchasing this for now. I wish I can remember these things. +10 to lower skill, -2 to damage. Taco -2 to missile weapons. Only usable only by Modrons. This snap-on lens is good for examining things up close, but makes for a poor sighting scope. I'm starting to wonder if this thing is something that one of our party members can use. Who is a Modron? We don't know obviously what a Modron is. Maybe we'll get a party member who's a Modron, and we'll be able to. I mean, that seems to be the logical thing that we can think of. Unless there's a class called Modron, and we can just switch to that class. In which case, Nameless one can switch to that class. Teeth of the Fire Drake. Damage, slashing, enchanted, special, 3/8 fire damage, immunity to fire. We should get this at some point. Like this is usable by Mort, right? These teeth look more like humps of charred bone than actual teeth. Although their origin is unknown, it can be deduced that they were taken from some fire-breathing creature. Using the teeth grants the wearer certain benefits normally possessed by such creature. Using the teeth grants wearer certain benefits. Okay. We'll be broke if we sell some of our stuff, get just enough to buy this. We'll be broke, so it doesn't seem like a good idea to purchase it now. Hammer of comminution. I don't know what comminution means. Is that even a real word? Comminution. Comminution. Wow, it's a word. The act of grinding to a powder or dust. Fracture of a bone into a number of pieces. Gradual diminution by removal of small particles at a time. Lessening, wearing away. It's a fancy, like it's the fanciest word for saying grinding to a dust. Hammer of communion. Okay. Usable only by fighters, so we can't use it at this point. 14 crushing, +1 enchanted. So I don't know what enchanted really does. 1 to 6 acid damage, Thaco 2, speed 10, weight 10, proficiency hammers. Research reveals that this is a formidable weapon indeed, far superior to the normal sledgehammer. This warhammer, also called the Hammer of Comminution, delivers a devastating strike that not only inflicts crushing damage, but also fractures any surface it contacts, whether bone, metal, or wood, inflicting extra damage. And if victim survives, it also softens him up for next attacks. I wonder if we can take this hammer to that little chest we found near the hideout of Rotten Williams. His name was Rotten Williams, right? The one in the Alley of Dangerous Angles. That's a safe that we could never get to open. We can no longer use a pry bar, so that's out of the question. But even with the pry bar, I think like early on we tried and it never worked. Then we used the spell that mages can use to unlock, and even that didn't work. I don't think I tried with Anna, but maybe this hammer is like the final thing that we can use to break that thing open. The Hammer of Comminution was used extensively by Enoch, a Doomguard priest in 14 EU, a philosopher who was prone to violent mood swings while debating theology. He was known to espouse the virtues of the hammer as a means of furthering the decay of dead matter. Whether or not what he struck with the hammer was dead or alive, before the blow is open to debate. He seems like a very unstable philosopher to be using it in such a reckless manner. We might try to get this at some point. And I kind of want to get this. Seems like a very powerful spell. But saving up for this is also very appealing. Hopefully we'll get like a bunch of money at some point to make up for what we are using now. So we'll buy this. Wait, is it usable only by mages? Why is it in red color? Because it's Tana. That's why it's in red color. If Nameless One was choosing to buy this, then it would be different. Dread Bond. Immunity to panic. Usable only by fighters and living creatures. Legend has it that this bracelet was created by Nasek the Sadistic. Tiny razor-sharp spikes cover the entire surface of this item, injecting small amounts of rare reagents into the bloodstream of the user. The effect of these chemicals cause the user to feel a constant adrenaline rush of strength. Okay, we'll come back to her later. Maybe we'll even try to steal some of these items by some saves coming, if it works. I don't feel bad at all trying to do all sorts of mean things to this person, so we'll try all the evil stuff that we can try. We'll try with her. I'll entertain any questions about the merchandise, but I'm not going to be drawn into one of your famous 20 questions about anything around the spy. We are that infamous at this point. Let's see here, merchandise, send me out displays. What do you mean by calling more oh wow, prevaricating? We have a specific question about this. What are you, Vrischika? Interested in purchasing a salve or a servant, Vrischika? Slave or a servant, Vrischika? Okay. Let's see your merchandise then. The exotic items. Let's look at that because we forgot that. Vrischika smiles at you as you look at the various shelves in the middle of the shop. If you see nothing you like here, there are more items towards the front and back of the store as well. Okay, you mean here and here? Examine the Fiend's Tongue, Gorgon's Salve, Metallic Cube Figurine, Monster Jug, front, back. There is a lot here. Examine the Fiend's Tongue. You examine what appears to be a tongue floating in a jar of brine. Vrischika frowns at it. This is a Fiend's Tongue, a Cornugons, I think. But who really knows? It is said that placed into the mouth of any living thing, it will give the ability of speech, even if there was none before. I'm selling this oddity for only 60 coppers, should you want it. Okay, this can, I feel like this can definitely be used somewhere in some quest where someone is not talking. We can't really interact with the performance artist outside because there is like an invisible wall preventing us from touching him. He seems to not be able to talk, right? But we can't really put this thing inside his mouth. Maybe we can try it with some other NPCs who can't speak. And it's only 60 coppers, which is like practically nothing. Actually, let me see the other things. Let's look at the other things. The Gorgon Salve. You examine a bottle labeled as Gorgon Salve. Vrischika holds it up for you. I traded for this with some sword-slinging prime world Perseus, I think was his name, smeared onto the surface of any being turned to stone. It will revert them to flesh. Only 100 copper commons. A bargain considering how handy it might come should you ever find a friend of yours transmuted to a rock. It seems like the thing that we can use. I assume that we'll come back with a small hammer to hammer out that piece from that statue. But maybe we can use this to free him from that stone. Not sure. So I was going to, like, at some point going to get a hammer and come back into the museum to get that small block of stone, which can't be. It wasn't that place, right? We realized that we couldn't do it with a large hammer. We already don't have a large hammer, but with a small hammer, maybe we could like strike out that little piece of rock from the statue in the museum. Actually, let me see the other things. The metallic cube figurine. You examine a small metal replica of a cube-like creature with huge eyes on one of its faces. The toy has 2 legs, 2 arms, and 2 folding wings, and at least 18 points of articulation. I don't know what points of articulation means. Vrischika smiles as you pick it up. A collector's item, perhaps, or a piece of artwork. Who knows? But I like it. If you do like to buy it, ask around. Someone might know more about it than I. You can have it for only 1500 copper coins. Really? 1500? We don't really have that much. Or we don't really want to spend that much for that at the moment. You examine a plain looking jug. Despite its common appearance, you feel reluctant to touch the thing, as if it might bite you. Vrischika watches you, chuckling, then shrugs. It's a jug. It's got some sort of monster trapped in it. That's why your hair's prickling up like that. If you like it, it's only 123 copper. 1, 2, 3. I don't know what. These 3 are like cheap enough for us to get. Look to the front of the store. Oh god, there's so much stuff here. Examine the baby oil. You examine a number of small bottles, each labeled as baby oil. Vrischika picks one up and presents it to you. Interested? It's a real thing, of course. Thousands of mewling model babies went into making of this stuff. It's not baby oil. It's not oil for babies. It's oil made from babies. Hey, no thanks. Let me see the other stuff. We can't really buy it. Wow. Even there are lines that even nameless one can't cross. Chocolate quasit. You examine a twisted little imp-like creature sculpted out of pure milk chocolate. It looks delicious, does it not? Imported from the lower plains, they are rare, and quite prized by the lovers of chocolate and confections. It's a real quasit, a fiendish familiar, polymorphed into chocolate by powerful sorcery. It's only 199 coppers. We can't really get baby oil. That's the only thing that's vile enough for even us to not to get. Codex of Inconceivable. You examine a rather unassuming book held closed by a tiny brass lock. That, Coos Vrischika, is a Codex of Inconceivable. I'll only say that it's just well, I cannot explain it. Mere words simply won't suffice. You can own it yourself for a mere 1000 copper coins, and believe me, it is well worth it. Damn, like we'll have to spend so much money in the shop if you want to really investigate these things. Deva's Tears. You examine a small glass vial labeled as Deva's Tears. They were collected from a Deva who was captured during a blood war skirmish. The fiends tormented the imprisoned angel for eons before he at last escaped. This small bottle holds the 12 tears he shed in that time. He escaped, okay. The price is but 100 copper commons. I'm kind of scared that all of these items would have some use somewhere in some obscure quest somewhere within the game, and we're just gonna completely miss it because we can't really see it or connect the dots at this point. Actually, let me see the other things. Elixir of Horrific Separation. You examine a bottle labeled as Elixir of Horrific Separation. Vrischika presents it to you. This stuff was compounded by a scholar who found she possessed a darker half, a side side of her which took control at times and bade her to do awful things. This potion was to have split the darker half away from her, creating two separate beings. Mercy killers, however, found and executed her for a string of depraved murders before she could use it. I would charge you only 200 copper commons for the elixir. Do you think we can separate out all the horrific things we have done in the past using this elixir? Doesn't really matter, but still a thought. Middle of the store, back of the store. Let's go to the back of the store. Examine the stained lens. Shells to the back. Stained lens. You examine a stained ground glass lens with the width of your hand, held in brushed steel ring. A small geared protrusion comes off the ring. Coming off the ring makes it look as if the lens should attach to some sort of clockwork machine, and it smells faintly of horrible perfume. Vrischika holds it up to you. I have no idea what this really is, but it radiates fairly powerful magic. An old soldier named Kaisis brought it up to me from a lower plane battlefield. He murdered his own men in order to escape his tour of duty there, and brought me a number of interesting items he had collected over the course of the campaign. I've kept it mostly as a conversation piece, though you may have it for 149 copper coins if you'd like. Okay. Yevra's ring. You examine a ring in a small padded case. Vrischika holds it up so that you can see it more closely. This is Yevra's ring of almost invisibility. It makes a wearer invisible, well, almost. I part with it for a meager sum of 349 copper commons. Rune-covered ale stain. You examine a large pewter ale stain covered in strange runes. Vrischika holds it up for you. An ale mug of unusual manufacture which keeps its contents, usually beer of course, icy cold whatever the surrounding temperature. 299 copper commons. You will enjoy the frostiest ale you ever had outside the paraplane of ice. Okay. It's like a tiny portable fridge for our beverages. Tattered ragdoll. The ears have not been kind to this tiny ragdoll. It's coming apart at the seams, and it looks like its threads are unraveling. It is obviously intended to be a replica of the Lady of Pain. Ooh, okay. But the button eyes and its plush softness don't strike much fear into your heart. Shia holds it up to you. This was found in a well-trapped strongbox sunk deep beneath the surface of Sigil. It was part of a small hoard of treasure and forbidden magical texts. It was part of a small hoard of treasure and forbidden magical texts. Though I don't know what it's for. If you like it, it's only 99 copper coins. Okay. I think that's it. Middle of the store. Okay. There are way too much stuff here. So I think we'll get maybe. I think a good way to go about it will be we'll get the Gorgon salve, right? And this is only for 100 copper commons. We'll examine this, see like how much we can read into the object, like read into the thing inside our inventory, see if there are any notes, just to see like how some of these objects look like, right? If they are interesting enough, then maybe we'll come back and pick up some of the other ones too. We won't really have enough money for everything, I think. given that we are also saving up for other things like the teeth for more, and maybe some other weapons that we'll find later too. So yeah, so we'll save. Oh wait, did I buy that? I don't think I did. Yeah, I don't think I did. Yeah, for this box we have to find the head. That's fine. Let's quick save and try to get that little item. Gorgon salve. I'll take it. Okay, our commons has reduced. Yeah, lost copper. Yes, a wise choice. The copper you pour into her hand seems to disappear the moment it touches her palm. She hands you the item. Please enjoy your newest acquisition. Farewell. Wait, where did it? Damn it, where is did it disappear? It was called Gorgon. Wait, what? I am confused. Did we not get an item? Shamanic Road, Ivor, Steel Box. Ah, there it is. Gorgon Salve. For a moment I was so scared. A small bottle labeled as Gorgon Salve. Smeared onto the surface of any being turned to stone, it'll revert them to flesh. Okay, we might take this to what's his name? I forgot his name, but yeah, the statue inside the museum. But before that, obviously we have to pursue more questions with her. No, not just now. I had some questions. What are you, Vrischika? She has eyes lovely. An Alu fiend, a half demon. My mother was Tanari, a fiend, and my father, a great king of mortals. Such a rude question, but then you're rather rude looking yourself, aren't you? And another question. What do you mean by calling prevaricating? I'll get to this last. Tell me about this place at least. What you see within the shop is the result of much trading and traveling across the plains. She makes a sweeping gesture of the shop. Weapons, charms, and other specialty items are for sale here as well. Everything that is rare and also exquisite fills this emporium. Your needs, I sate them. Okay. Let's see your merchandise. I had another question. What do you mean by calling more prevaricating? Prevaricating, misrepresenting, perjuring, dissimulating, lying. Oh, did I say that? I meant a floating, disembodied, pontificating skull. As in dogmatic, always stating an opinion in a self-important manner. Shiga smiles innocently. Man, what the hell? Did she sell us this skull some time earlier? Maybe. Pontificating. I know what pontificating is. Or at least I knew what it was, but I forgot. Talking in a dogmatic and pompous manner. Assertion of unproved, unapprovable principles. Pontificating, yeah. As in dogmatic, always stating an opinion in a self-important manner, Vrischika smiles innocently. I had another question. Oh, come on. That's such a tease. Alright. Don't tell me. I'll get all the curious stuff from you, and then once we are satiated, we'll kill you off. Okay, Vrischika? I don't think we can. She probably won't let us kill her. She's probably too important to be killed, or maybe too powerful.
All right.
But let's just try out the salve in the museum, and if it works, maybe we'll consider purchasing some other things from her later. But for now, I think we may. Yeah, we'll try to use a salve, and we'll probably stop it here with that. I think. I'm not sure how long I've recorded since I paused in between, but hopefully there's a good amount. Nothing's really happening, but it's still I'm having a lot of fun talking to these people. I don't know, maybe it's because of the environment, like the overall environment of the Clerk Sword. It isn't in such a disheveled state, right? Things are cleaner and people are like People are like constantly trying to attack us. It was such a harrowing experience coming out of the mortuary into the hive. Everything else seems tame in comparison. Alright, let's try to use this on the stone maybe. Wrong item type. Can you? Jesus Christ! We can't use this. Like maybe there's a dialogue option if we try. That's a one thing that I'm hoping. The statue looks like it's about to make some angry proclamation. The sculpture has captured the essence of fury magnificently. The chisel tension lies around the neck and forehead. Chisel tension lines around the neck and forehead alone must have taken so many months to get correct. Fine cracks run. There's a plaque. Read the plaque. The plaque reads, this statue is believed to be the final fate of the Ethersirian sorcerer Gangro, etc. Attacked by conclave of rival sorcerers at the height of his dream madness. He was imprisoned by a spell that turned his flesh into stone. Gangro is said to have been frozen with a final awful curse still upon his lips. A curse so terrible that it was never meant to be spoken by the lips of a living man. If we unfreeze him, unrock him, and then the curse comes out, everyone's going to be doomed, right? Examine the statue. Statue looks like it's about to make some angry proclamation, etc., etc. Examine the cracks. You carefully examine the cracks that run like a network of fine black veins along the statue's surface. At one point near its inner arm is a section where an entire splendor of stone looks ready to come off. You'll need a hammer to break the stone and a small one. Leave the statue. Let's talk to our beloved Joanna. Joanna smiles and motions you towards her. Greetings again. Do you have questions regarding one of the pieces? Yes, I do. It's about Statue of the Screaming Man. Statue is believed to be the final fate of Ethersirian sorcerer Gangro, attacked by a conclave. Okay. It is said that the fury of the curse was enough to blister the flesh from the bones of those that heard it, and that it could even shatter the stones themselves. That's a tough situation if it comes out the moment we unfreeze him. Let's see if it works. Maybe we are scammed by Vrischika. You smear the foul-smelling ointment over the statue. There's a strange shimmering around the statue, and you watch as the statue takes an intake of breath, and the eyes of Gangro fill with blazing, vengeful madness. Cover your ears! Before you can do a thing, a blazing torrent of words flies from the sorcerer's lips. As he speaks, you feel an agonizing sensation, like a sudden wave of raging heat pouring over you and settle into your skin like a blistering wound. Blindness strikes you as your eyes burst, running from their sockets like shattered eggs. You hear someone screaming and realize it is you. I feel like we had this exact response to something else. I forgot where. Maybe it was when Ignis was trying to to show his power. I'm missing the words, obviously. Yeah, when we were threatening Ignis and Ignis showed his true potential, we were like we were begging Ignis to stop at some point. Wait for the horror turn. The last thing you hear, even over your own cries, is Mort shouting.
New taunts, alright.
Oh wow, Mort leveled up. Not leveled up, but his litany of curses probably buffed up after that litany of curses from the statue. By the lady's bladed teeth. What? Everything suddenly falls silent as the last of your senses flicker and fade away to nothingness. Die horribly, a victim of Gangro's awful curse. Are we gonna wake up in mortuary?
No matter, he'll be up in a bit.
Jeez, are we gonna... We haven't visited mortuary in such a long time.
I'm gone.
Crazy. We should go back to... We should check if we have gained something. We haven't gained anything. It's just that we got a buff for Litany of Curses. That's all. I was kind of hoping that maybe he would become an NPC. Not an NPC. A party member maybe. But that was too much to hope for. At least we got our Litany leveled up.
Mort, like Latin. Or death.
I don't know if we can. Its effectiveness. I don't know if the numbers increase. It's just.
All right.
Maybe it's just more powerful. That's all. Sir, might I have a word with you? Oh, this isn't a place we have explored. We shouldn't head this way. Jomi's messenger. It's daytime again, which is nice. We haven't explored this part. I'm kind of scared to go in here. It feels like a huge area under sigil. We'll have to go there sometime later. We'll go inside the museum.
Also known as Wanker City.
Someone said something. Anna said something
Done.
rude, I think. Yes, I do. The statue of the screaming man. Okay, let's go and check what the I think the statue disappeared. Oh, that is so funny. Statue, in truth, the once petrified sorcerer Gangro is simply gone, presumably having walked off without doing so is the note of apology. Oh my god. I don't know if Yana saw it yet. Maybe after a few days she'll realize that her precious artifact is gone. Do you have? Yes, I do. The statue of the screaming man. Or you should ask about that. Just after a terrible noise, some patrons came running to me about a mangled corpse on the floor. The harmonium came to remove the body from the premises, but could not find no perpetrator. I told them that in all likelihood some madman had released Gangro and been slain by his curse, but the old sorcerer himself was nowhere to be found. I know nothing more. Okay. The rest of our party, all of whom would have died, except maybe Ignis or maybe Mort, I don't know, luckily survived because they were too far away. Okay, that's a canon story that we are going with.
All right.
Or like Nameless One was cautious enough to keep his party away. Okay, that's what happened. He's a good leader, so he kept them far away. He went on, tried to uncurse the cursed man, and took the brunt of the curse himself. That's how the rest of the party survived. I mean, look at this gang of he's still unclothed. You know, he only has this little leather. I don't know what to call it, like skirt or like whatever this is. Yeah, I like the party we have.
I'm gone.
I don't know if we should buy anything else from Vrischika. Like all of those seem like useful in one way or another. I don't even remember like the specifics anymore because most of them sounded like so curious. Yeah, this thing that allows people to speak, right? Let's take it actually. My worry is that maybe we will have multiple NPCs or people or persons whom we can use this on, and once we use this, it will be gone. So we might have to pick and choose. Maybe that's the case. Yes, I am. Sorting items. Look to the front of the store. Baby oil, chocolate, codex of inconceivable. This is the one she's saying will be definitely worth it, right? I'm kind of tempted to buy this. I'll come back for this later. Elixir of horrific suppression. It feels like it might give us like maybe some buffs. Maybe some permanent boost to stats, things like that. It can't be too game changing, I feel like, because these are like hidden beneath too many options, right? It could be missed so easily. It isn't highlighted as a main thing. So I feel like if it has an impact, it will be like maybe it'll let us proceed some side quests. Maybe it'll give some passive benefits or something like that. Like we got to level up Litany of Curses with the Gorgon's salve, right? So it'll still be interesting to see like the writing and how they play with the thing, obviously, but in a practical sense, how much it will be useful in uncovering more secrets of this world or making the combat better, or like I have no idea. Like I can give a vague guess, but not sure. So we'll come back to it later when we are more comfortable with the amount of money we have. Speaking of which, we should probably sell off a bunch of stuff to her. We didn't really sell anything. So Yeah, and we'll also ask the question about selling slaves because we really want to hear her response, right? Handkerchief, Fiend's Tongue, which is something that we bought just now. Pestilential Thought. Again, this is something just ripe for someone like Vrischika. This is the kind of stuff that she buys. We'll get 4,000 for it. When we choose to buy something, maybe we'll sell this off. We're probably not going to pursue this quest line further, right? Let's go to Mort, Battle Axe, sell. You don't want Forward Scratch or Bronze Sphere? Should be nice additions to your collections, you know, Vrischika. Bronze, gold, sell. Don't really have anything. Okay, what about Nameless one? No. Nothing here. Done. Let's quick save again. Ask Vrischika about our companions. Interested in purchasing a slave or a servant, Vrischika? Vrischika's full black lips curl into a smile. I'm always interested in acquiring more help. Standish, the lazy dullard, helps me around the store, but I could use another body for my manor. Who were you offering? I'll pay 5,000 coins if they're decent. About more? Tiefling girl Anna? Dakon the Gitsarai? We can't sell a weakness because we know he won't take that kind of shit. He's probably just hanging around us. He even calls us master, but he's probably the one we can't really do anything about. Mort. Whoa. You got to be kidding, right? You can't be serious, Chief. Oh, Mort is responding. Mort, you should be here. The whole party should, we should not be having this conversation with the party around. Like, that's such a senseless thing to do. I am. Will you take him, Vrischika? Shiga narrows her eyes at Mort. He could prove useful, yes. So long as you understand that you'll never see him again. I'll pay 5,000 copper coins for him. Never again, you say? Fine, take him. No, at best not. Herald Shiga. No, some other questions. The tiefling. Oh, Anna would be so pissed off or angry or sad when we say this. You gone piking balmy a sword? Powers above and below. You'd best be making some sorry gesture, or I swear I'll do my best to put you down for good, so I will. I'm serious. Will you buy her, Vrischika? I was. I had another question here. I'll entertain any questions about mercenaries. Okay, alright. Let's ask that again. Let's push for Anna's selling. But I'm not sure how Anna is going to react. Oh my god, Anna is attacking. Oh. He's no longer in our party. This is a serious thing. Crazy. Let's load again. So sorry that happened. She will defend herself. Dakon the Gitsarai. Dakon is silent. Then his words come out like a blade. It is not my will to be this woman's slave. Then you won't be. I had another question, Vrischika. Okay. Dakon the Gitsarai. That's too bad, Dakon. Will you buy him, Vrischika? Vrischika narrows her eyes at Dakon. A Gitsarai, eh? And Sarth too. So long as you understand that you'll never see him again, I'll pay 5,000 copper coins for him. Never? I understand. Take him. Never did I think. His cold black eyes examine your face for a moment, then drop to the floor as he shakes it. It is a cruel path my hasty words have led me down. My path. Dakon's path. Jesus Christ. Continue. Vrischika shows a slip of parchment to her new slave, Dakon, new slave Dakon. Here, this is the address of my home in Lady's Ward. Go there now. Try and flee, and I'll have a pack of fiends so far down your throat you'll be begging to come back to Sigil and serve me. She then turns to you. And you, my thanks. I'm sure he'll prove entertaining. Here's your 5,000 commons. Farewell. Okay, let's just talk to the book again. I'm so scared I'll accidentally press Q and overwrite my save. That'll be the worst thing that can happen. Master, you completed the second sacrifice. There is an air about you that says you have. You have done well. You are a swift learner. Listen to these words and learn still more. The book speaks some unintelligible syllables and you feel a burning sensation within your chest. You know the spell Adder's Kiss. Do you have more to teach me, book?
My journal.
It is in time. You must have patience. You have already shown yourself willing to do what it takes to achieve this power, you must realize that you will pay for this power. What do you have to do? Do you have companions you are willing to betray? How about Ignis? I care not who, as long as you show you're willing. Go now and do it.
Updated my journal.
We have to actively maybe kill some of our companions. This is getting more and more extreme with each step. Let's go back. And yeah, Dakon is back. I'm so scared. I was so scared that I would accidentally overwrite my save, but yeah. Okay, so maybe we look up at, after we have finished the game, we will look at some wiki or like YouTube or something to see what happens if we sell off our companions and pursue this path of pestilential thought.
I'm gone.
But for now, we won't be doing any of that. And we'll ignore this section. And we'll continue our journey down this way.
Goldport, also known as Wanker City.
Wanker City. So that's something also known as Wanker City. So Apothecaries, Brothel of Slating Intellectual Lusts, the Tailor to Under Sigil. We have two entrances to Under Sigil. And then we have the Civic Fest Hall. Okay, so we'll tomorrow or like in the next episode, we'll probably try to explore Apothecaries and the brothel of Slating Intellectual Lusts. And we'll go around like this to Civic Festival. Obviously, our primary objective. Wow, we need to find out something about Ravel Puzzle. Well, I forgot. I'm getting confused because I knew that we had a specific objective. Lothar suggested that the next stage in my journey might be Journey to Civic Festival, where someone may be able to tell me more of Ravel Puzzle Well, whom Lothar believes stole my mortality from me. So in Festival, you might be able to get more info about Ravel Puzzle Well. So that's our primary goal. But we will snake our way through the city before reaching Civic Festival, because we had experience in the past where we missed a lot of stuff. At least we'll take a peek at all these things, right? And then we'll decide. Like we have decided that we are not going to purchase much in Curiosity Shop, right? And yeah, we'll run around like that, trying to make some decisions. Maybe even go into Understeel at some point. But yeah, we'll go around like this. And there are NPCs within the streets also that we can talk to, right? So yeah, I think we'll stop here. Where are our characters? Sorry. Yeah, that's our little jolly party. We'll continue from here next time.